Hey everyone, welcome to Carnivore Uncut. Listen, this isn't just a typical video that I kind of do, but something happened yesterday, and it kind of affected me all day. So um, I've been thinking and thinking about doing this. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not, but I decided, yeah, let's just do it. It made me feel better, but there's something I want to do to support someone too. So let me go to this screen share here. Um, so yeah, you hang on a second. So you see, this is a video that I shot just over the weekend on my other channel, My 50 Plus Life. Okay, move out the way, and you can see that there, My 50 Plus Life. And this is, if you look just over my right shoulder there, you'll see my truck. So this is a place that I've walked for many, many years. I go back there and I walk. The reason I go to this particular place and walk is because there's no traffic. This is back behind an airport area. Um, it's really just used by the National Guard. The airport is too. They have the Black Hawk helicopters and all that there. And the main road, I usually don't go out there. I've done it before until I decided to go start back here walking, and I've been back there ever since, and it's been for years. But I on the main road, they're always hauling tanks and they're big trucks and stuff, and I've had some pretty close calls where they've almost ran me over. So I don't walk there anymore. I'll go ahead and go down that road, and I come to this little area here that I can park there, and well, nobody bothers me, and it's pretty peaceful and quiet. Okay, but listen, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this video real quick, and I want y'all to see. You're gonna notice as we kind of go along here. You see this house here, just over my right shoulder, is kind of coming into view. So this is an abandoned home. Guy used to live there, but it's been over a year. He don't live there anymore. Um, this house used to be like where the person kind of over the maintenance and stuff for the airport and everything. He used to live back here. Um, but as I continue to walk here, you'll see the back of the house starting to come into view. You know, you can start seeing the backyard of the home. Okay. Keep in mind where my truck is, just behind my right shoulder now. Okay. So you see this backyard area. Now you can see that little utility pole with the meter on it. Okay. So yesterday, uh, Lance was having his live, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna go walk, and I'm gonna get on with him while I'm walking. Well, I was headed back to that area, and it was a little later than I normally go out to walk, but I was trying to connect, and I was getting on. I was on that road, so I was trying to connect up. Well, all of a sudden, it connected on my phone for me to get in to join his live stream. So there was like a little gravel road where I could pull off, and I did. I pulled off, and I parked right there, and I was like, well, it's pretty late. It's after 6 o'clock, Central Time. So most of the National Guard was all gone. Like there was no cars. I didn't hear anything. Okay. So I get out of my truck, I joined in, and we're talking and we're going and stuff like that. And I get down a little ways, not far from the road that I would turn right on. Coming off this one, I would turn right to go back to that parking area where I would park and walk by that house. Okay. Well, right here, you see near the end here, and I think it was like around like a minute and 36 seconds. You see me turn around. Well, this truck passed me. It was like a Ford F-250 gray color truck. And this guy was going fast. I had muted the microphone. I heard him coming, and his tires was really loud. So I was like, I better mute this microphone. So I muted it. And right here, he had passed me, and I looked back, and he had turned right onto that road. I was like, where in the world is this guy going, So For the rest of it, I'm kind of looking around. You might see me a couple times kind of looking around because I'm like, okay, this is, I didn't know what he was up to, right? Well, I continued to walk, and off in the distance, I could hear a bunch of sirens. And it kept getting closer and closer. I continued to keep my microphone muted because I didn't want it to get into the phone. Well, at one point, I had to speak, and I unmuted my phone, and I've listened to this, and it didn't pick up the sirens for some reason. My phone just didn't pick up the audio. But anyway, the police finally came. They got on the road, and I saw them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there were so many cops. There were fire trucks. There was an ambulance, and they were flying, lights on, sirens blaring. So the first sheriff, he stopped real quick, and he asked me, he said, "Are you the guy that called us?" I was like, no. And so he's like, "We're looking for somebody. We're trying to find him." I was like, there's not much back here, you know? And I said, a great truck passed me, and he turned up there, you know, whatever. And so he took off. Well, at that point, I was kind of far enough away that I was out of the view of the turn to that road. But I could see through the tree line on the other side of a runway. I could see their lights going back there. They had turned on that road as well and was going back there. So I'm like, that just kind of seems weird. Nobody lives back there. What? Why would that guy go back there? Why are all them going back there? Ambulances and everything. So I got to thinking about it. So I got back to my truck, and I don't know why I didn't end up driving back there initially. For some reason, I didn't go back there. All these years I go back there, but this one time I just didn't go back there. So anyway, I get in my truck, and I keep thinking about it. I'm like, man, you know, maybe I need to go back there, and you know, if they're stopped right there, you know, I can give them some information because I'm very familiar with it, and they didn't seem to know. So I'm like, well, let me drive over there, and I'll tell one of them what I know. So I did. And so anyway, I pulled back there, and the deputy that I'd spoken to, he starts walking towards me and everything. So I got out of my truck, and I look at the house, and there's a little, like a Ford. I don't know if it was an Explorer or the smaller one. I can't think of what it is right now. The Ford Escape. And it was like a black or dark gray. And then that truck that had passed me, that F-250 passed me, was right behind that car. And they were in the back of that house. Like, what in the world? So the deputy walks up to me, and I told him, I said, nobody lives here, man. I walk back here all the time. Nobody lives here. It's an abandoned house, you know. Guy used to live here, you know. And I said I was a little concerned, and I wanted to make sure that y'all knew this and could find it or whatever. And he said, well, let me get your name and phone number. I said, okay, you know. So I gave it to him, and he said, listen, he said, we've got a body back here, and so this is the active scene. Need you to head on out. It's like, oh man. And he hit me when he told me that. It did. I was like, what? I jumped in the truck, and I got out of there. I was like, okay, I'm gone. I don't want to be there. Well, I come to find out that the person in the little car drove back there and committed suicide. The person in the truck was like a family member, and I don't know, they either figured out where they went to, or the person left a note or something, or they tracked the phone. But that was who called. And well, it really shook me up. Okay. It did, to see that. So I don't think I'll be going back right there to walk. Okay. But then I got to thinking about it today after I kind of spent some time on it and everything. I kind of thought about it today. I was like, hey, so Thomas Saturday had done a live stream, and I didn't catch it. Caught the replay. Okay. But in this start of his live stream, He was speaking of suicide prevention. And so I'm going to put a link to this particular video for you to go see. And if you will look in his video description, Thomas, I hope this is okay. You look in his video description down there at the bottom. I've highlighted it. You see the purple there. Those are some links where you can go and donate to help his friend for suicide prevention efforts. Okay. And I encourage you, if you can, go try to do that if you can. Okay. So, yeah, this was a tough decision to make this video, but something, we need to talk about it. It happens. And it was just kind of odd that I just watched his video and then I went out in my favorite blue place, but I'm not going there anymore. I got to find me another place, but that's okay, because I don't think I could go back there knowing what I just saw. Right? Just not going to happen. But anyway, I just want to do this video. I thank you all. And please, if you can go and support his efforts, or, if there's anyone in trouble, anyone help them. Please help them. That's just not the answer. It's not. And a lot of times they don't think about the ones they leave behind. That's not what's on their mind usually. So think about that. But if you can help, try to help. So I really thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching this. Thank you. Have a great day.